What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, I'm going to give you 7 amazing Discord channels to make money and have fun because, in case you haven't heard the news, this guy right here has been right 95.6% of the time in the last 18 months. All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Dow's up almost 200. Happy Thursday to you. I'm going to cover each and every one of our 7 Discord channels that are private. No fakes, no freeloaders, no fucking frauds. It's $2 a day or thereabouts, especially if you pay by the year at shopsmallbiz.com and save 25%. But before we get into it, we got 4 stocks up right now in our core holdings. 1 or 2 that are flat, and we've been buying the piss out of a biotech stock that was $3 a week ago. They just did an offering at $165. Boom, all the way to $1. We bought approximately 1.5 to maybe 2 million shares of that particular stock in and around 110, 111 average. Last trade 106. So I would like to take a moment before we go any further to thank a few hundred of you that actually have a set of testicles between your legs. You probably don't have a motherfucking pronoun on your profile. And shout out to the ladies who I have never, in the last 2 years and 7 months and change inside of the Discord, the rest on YouTube and Twitter, the only 2 social networks that we're on, not Insta, not Telegram, not WhatsApp, never send anybody any fucking money except at shopsmallbiz.com because it's a scam. But we've never, not once in the 20% of our membership had a problem with a woman. They're tough. They're gritty. They're snarly. They can take a punch. They probably I was going to say something about, we won't go there. Sexual deviant. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't noticed or figured it out by now that this is going to be huge, I did not know that the Discord was going to develop into what we're going to discuss today, 7 or 8 months ago when we started in September. And one of the frustrations I've always had is how in the world can we merge the business aspect, which we started years ago, and the stock trading, which is literally stacking cash to the ceiling. Am I always going to have nearly a 96% win rate? No. Is it true? Yes. You can't give me more than 2 or 3 stocks we've taken a loss on in the last 6 to 12 months. And if you can, I'd love to hear it in the fucking comment. But I can give you over 100 inside of the Discord, 250 on X in the last 2 years. And if you're following my advice and putting about 80% of your money in your retirement account into index funds or ETFs, SPY, QQQ, IWM, 2,600 companies and 3 tradable instruments, you don't have to worry about if the market crashes. In fact, if it does, all the better. Long-term investors should want the market to implode. But here comes Jerome Powell last night to say, we're going to lower rates 3 times this year, probably July, September, and December after you-know-who comes back into the White House. Oh, fuck you. But we finally have a way, and I'm going to reiterate this in a short 3-4 minute video early next week, to bring your personal, your professional, and your financial life to a whole new level in one fucking location with no fools, fakes, or frauds. And for about $2 a day, and if you didn't hear me earlier, if you pay by the year and save 25% off the monthly rate, it's peanuts. It's not even a half a cup of it's less than a half a cup of Drop Bear coffee, who's going to be in one of the channels early next week. My buddy Tony, it's bloody terrific. He's from Australia. I believe he lives in San Diego now. Within 15 seconds, a week or 2 ago, of me promoting his coffee casually, Doom and Gloom, D&G for short, inside the channel goes, I want some. How much? Not one fucking time in the last 2 years on all the social channels, almost 200,000 strong, did someone come in within seconds and say, I want some of that. In fact, I can't recall anyone saying they wanted anything to do with any of our posts directly, let alone in a matter of 10 or 15 seconds. Imagine getting into one location where your money, your professional life, whatever it is that you do, your friendship can go to a whole new motherfucking level with no outside interference. So if the world does go to hell in a handbasket, we've got a safe, secure, quiet, and dare I say fun place to connect. It's amazing, and it's about to go to a whole new fucking level. More on that early next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The 7 channels, and I had to write them down because I'm getting old. By the way, 54, Saturday, April 13th. Real middle name is Aries. If you know anything about that, fits me to a T. So the party's on Friday and probably fucking Saturday of next week. And oh yeah, it may be a double or a duo white jean night. But 7 amazing channels, especially for those of you who are on the fence right now or thinking about cashing in your chips, which is the dumbest thing you could ever do. Here's why you need to get your ass in there by way of shopsmallbiz.com. Discord if you don't have a small biz, premium if you do. Channel number 1, Ask Jason. It's worth the money in that channel alone. Whether you pay by the fucking month or the year, you can ask me anything you want. Jason, what do you think of this stock? I'll do a write-up with graphs, and I'll tell you exactly where to buy it. I'll give you a color code. Green means buy it now. Yellow means caution. Here's the limit. Red, which is half the time, stay away. We have made and saved people millions of dollars in the last 7 months. And if I had to give you a number, 10 million plus. And I've been paid a tiny fraction of that. So if you want to ask me about what you own or what you're thinking of owning, you send me a note or you share a note, in our stock chat wall so everyone can see it. I'll do a write-up in the Ask Jason channel, which is the top number 1 of the community channels, and you'll save yourself, I don't know, from being wrong by asking a guy who's right over 95% of the time. I wish you would hurry up. Oh, fuck you. Second amazing channel, the Buy Zone, every morning and afternoon, usually around 7 a.m., sometime around noon, 1 o'clock. I put out our core holding list, and I'm considering doing the 3 Ask Jasons. Currently we own Sophie and Tesla, both of which are in the money from where we picked them up not too long ago. But I tell you where to buy them, literally. And if you have your notifications on or you just show up once a morning or afternoon to take a look, you can't go wrong. I say XYZ limit 17, and that means 17 cents or better. Not 18, not 19. If it's 19 and I have limit 17, leave it alone. Hoard cash, buy something else. I am right the vast majority of time, which is probably what I'm going to have to say moving forward, because nobody believes the 95.6%. And even worse, they start to expect it. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to ask me in Channel 1 about what you own and get an honest opinion with a high degree of accuracy, and you want limits on exactly where, a fucking foolproof way, just buy right here. If it's not in the limit or the buy zone, leave it alone. Can't be any easier. It goes to your phone or your desktop. Once you get inside of our private, no fakes, no freeloaders, no fucking frauds allowed community. Core holdings, that's my average. 250 winners in the last 2 years. My average, and some of you are beating it on 1 or 2 stocks, is in there at all times. Every time I add small or open half a position, I change it. It's adjusted pretty much in real fucking time. So if you want to know what I own, which is what I'm recommending that you own right alongside me, whether we're going in or out, it's inside of the core holdings. All right, the new trades, very self-explanatory. You're not allowed to comment in there because it's me sharing the trades in real time. But I tag everyone now. You can't miss it. I say XYZ buying at such and such limit at everyone on this date. Time and date stamped with a photo. No cheating, no bullshitting, no lying whatsoever. And while that is a pain in the ass, especially if you're driving down the road, you will know exactly, and you can compare if you want to look at time and sales, when I'm getting in and when I'm recommending that you get out. And if you follow my advice, you are literally stacking cash to the ceiling. Channel number 5, 6, and 7 are where you are allowed to comment as often as you like, as long as you play by the rules. And that's pretty easy. Load a fucking picture. We got 4 guys that are about to be kicked out today. I've asked them 3 times. You know who I'm talking about. You're gone by 5 o'clock today if you don't load a fucking photo. And treat one another with respect. That's pretty much it. Don't act like a dick, because if you do, you'll get treated like one. So in channel number 5, and it's amazing, it's Stock Chat. Now, that's typically during market hours, and I run my mouth constantly inside of there, usually. But during holidays, or if there's nothing going on, or I don't think I can add any value, I shut my mouth and I'm off doing something else. But I've been doing a lot of teaching, a lot of sharing, a lot of graphs and write-ups and reminders in there, especially lately, to remind folks, if you just stick with the system of 80 investment, 20 trading, depending on your risk tolerance, you pay attention to the buy zones and you don't jump the gun. You be patient and you don't fucking panic, as was the case when I got out of a biotech yesterday with a 31% profit, and half of you at least didn't. And by the way, that's okay. Most of our whales didn't sell either. They've already made over $100,000 a month in 6 of the last 8 months inside the motherfucking Discord. And that's a fact. How big are they? 50 grand an idea. Don't feel bad if you're putting 500 or even less in an idea. I came from nothing, folks. I'm the oldest of 5. I got a beautiful sister up the road, a year younger than me. 2 brothers in New York, 1 in Denver. My dad was a welder. 28 grand a year was the most he ever made. My mother stayed at home, rest both their souls. I fight, I scratch, I claw, I get my fucking ass up every morning before the sun comes up for the little guy and gal. So don't you dare feel bad or insecure about being small. And if I see, or you see, or anybody fucking sees disrespect to our smallest of small investors / traders, then they're going out the fucking door. And that's a promise. And we don't have any of that, thank God, because we've got salt of the earth people, and the rest are just scared shitless of me because they know it's a fucking golden goose. And if they don't know, they don't belong in there in the first place. But if you'll listen to what I'm telling you and watch what I'm doing in terms of teaching, within a month or 2, maybe less, you're going to be as astute as anybody else, or 90% of those on the planet. And it's a fact that only 10% beat the market every year. We have triple-digit gains over the last 12 to 24 months. It's been somewhat quiet in the last 30 days, maybe a little longer. But we just sold, 3 or 4 stocks for 30+% gains in the last 6 or 7 weeks when the market's going sideways. Give me a break. Stock Chat Room, amazing. That's where you'll ask me again what you want me to review inside of Ask Jason. The Trader Lounge, I don't go in there much, and that's by design. It's for you to let your hair down if you got any. Talk about barbecue. We got a lot of barbecuers, cars, a lot of guys fixing up old cars, your family, your grandkids, whatever it is that you love to do when we're not assholes and elbows, or we're just swearing all the fucking time. Then that's where you do it. Inside, you got to be me. I got to be me. You got to be you, right? If you don't like me, that's fine. There's plenty of people that don't. You can cash in your chips or unlog or unsubscribe. But the Trader Lounge, it's your channel. Relax, do your thing. The last one, which I just did a soft opening today, which I think has the potential to be massive long-term, is the Virtual Business Channel, channel number 7, and it's amazing, or it will be. You'll be able to go in there as a small business owner, that's half our members, and say, hey guys, hey gals, here's what I do. I'm an accountant in New York City. If you ever want a second opinion on your taxes, let me know. Perfect. What I love about Discord, among other things, is there's no spamming, no DMing. And if I see in there every week copy and pasting the same thing, I'm going to say, wait a second, you're not supposed to do that. And if you give me any lip whatsoever, out the fucking door you go. But just imagine, I think I got some corn. I had corn last night in my teeth, and I just brushed them. 25 or 30% are still listening. Those are the ones that are going to make a fortune in the next 10 years. But you'll be able to casually promote your business, just like you would at a cocktail party. And then you'll have 400 or 500, and who knows, maybe long-term we take it up to 1,000, where your personal, your professional, and your financial life goes to a whole new level in one place that locks out all the idiots. Imagine having 500 or maybe even 1,000 bird doggers out looking for opportunities, out listening for people that might need a realtor, that might want some fucking bloody terrific coffee, mate, or somebody that loves maple syrup. We have that and more inside of the Discord. So until next time, always remember that I love you. And if I was you, I'd get my ass right on over to shopsmallbiz.com and get a Discord if you don't have a small biz, or a premium if you do. Needs more cowbell.